people, we need to talk. This has got to be the most important video I have ever made for my channel. And I cannot stress to you how important it is for you to heed my warning. Now, did I want to make a video tonight? No, but this was heavy on my heart because I love each and every one of you. Because you guys go through the experiences that I've went through. You guys have been through worse. You guys have been through better. You guys are just like me. We are barbers. This is the barber community. We have laid our life out to service other people, make other people feel better day in and day out. And sometimes it's about us. This time it's about us. And this subject is top tier. It's more important than any clip or review, anything like that. It's about retirement. Yes, that's right. Your boy's talking about real talk. This channel was never a clip or review channel. This channel is barber culture. Straight up. And I am doing you an injustice if I don't talk about this, especially my young brothers and sisters out there. I have been cutting hair for 20 years. And I don't want any of you to make the mistakes that I have made, okay? I want you guys retired by the time you can tell me you've been working 20 years, okay? First of all, let me speak in my OG sense here, as an OG. Your youth will escape you so fast. The youth wastes time. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. I remember one of my customers who became one of my top dogs over the years, my man Subaru Steve, shout out to him. I remember when he got on the job as a cop 20 years ago. He just retired. And that's what's pushing me to make this video for you guys. You guys are in this particular beauty industry where you must put money aside. You must invest. You must make this thing work for you. Nobody's gonna do it for you. There's no pension. I'm not offering any solutions just yet, but hear me out. You don't want that. You don't want to have to cut hair. You want to cut hair. Now, what are some things that you could do to make sure that you exit this game in a healthy, relatively young time? One of the things that you could do is buy index funds. You could buy an S&P 500 index fund. A little bit every single month, commit to it. Now, if you're worried about the market, what you could do is you could buy a reverse fund as well. And what that basically means is if you are hedging your bet on red and black, to use an analogy in the form of roulette. So in roulette, you could bet red or you could bet black and you could double your money. So in other words, you could get an S&P 500 stock that will bet with the market. And if you think that there could be a chance that the market could tank, you could get one that's against the market. So it's good to buy both. But you have to have the discipline, because I can't do it for you. I could want everything for you. And I do want everything for you, but you need to have the discipline to put that money in every single month, no matter what. It's called paying you, okay? Now you could buy blue chip stocks, okay? You could buy anything your heart desires, from Walmart, some little mini company, some little small mom and pop company, but at the end of the day, you get the point. But if you don't have the discipline, you will have nothing. Now, what happened to me? Okay? I'm not here to blame nobody but me. As I'm looking at my own reflection in the camera, I am guilty. Okay? I lived that fly life with the nice cars, the beautiful women, etc. And I'm paying the price for that. Now, luckily for me, I woke up in my 30s. And now here I am at 41. Time escaped me fast. Now I do a lot of investing. I try not to spend money, especially on stupid things. Here's some stupid things that your boy spent money on. Cars, restaurants, trips, all that could wait. And you could do all that in a cheap, tasteful manner. You don't have to go all out like your boy did. Now, of course, we never know when our last day is here and we close our eyes and open our eyes up in the next world. And I wish you a long, beautiful life. But you want to prepare just in case, especially if you have kids. You could get a life insurance policy to protect your loved ones so that when you're gone, your sons and daughters and your spouse can live well. That's very selfless. That's a very beautiful thing that you could do. Here's a great investment that I'm extremely passionate about. Gold and silver. Real biblical money. The Bible lists gold and silver as money, not the US dollar, which they can print into oblivion. Okay? Remember that. Silver, gold, this is real tangible wealth. I myself am moving into a new plan for my future, where one of my dreams was to be a jeweler, and I've been buying pre-owned silver and gold jewelry for maybe 5 to 6 years now, just to prepare myself for my next phase in my life. Because as I get older, I want to have one foot in the shop and one foot out, because I'm getting up there in age. But gold and silver will appreciate in time. It's out the system, just like a lot of barbers. If you get my drift, there's certain things I don't want to say on camera, but draw your conclusions, family, all right? So if you were to buy one gold coin, every 6 months, or 2 gold coins, or a whole box of silver coins, that's wealth that's protected, that's universal. If you ever want to retire, you want to go to Colombia, Mexico, wherever you want to go, even think outside of America also. Open your mind, forget about the box that America puts you in. Think of the Philippines. Think of Eastern Europe, think of Africa, beautiful places where the US dollar can be stretched, and you could live comfortably. Stack those silver coins, stack those gold coins, put them away in a safe place. Don't tell anybody, not even your boy Drew Santana, right? But that's the point. I don't want you guys to go 10, 15, 20 years and have nothing to show for. My big moment where I saved a whole bunch of money, I saved like 40K, and I blew it because I opened up a huge hair salon, 1,000 square foot salon with 12 chairs, and that thing did not work. Your boy went bankrupt on that. Okay, so as you get older, you fight more like Floyd Mayweather, but when you're younger, you have the chance to be like Manny Pacquiao, going for the knockout win. And that's how your boy is. I'm very ambitious, very optimistic, but as I get older, I become more realistic, I don't have too much more time to play risky games, right? So if you're a younger person, you could do that. For me, I'm stacking my gold, I'm stacking my silver, I'm getting, small increments. Nobody's telling you need to buy the whole NASDAQ. You don't gotta do that. But please make a conservative yet very conservative and often purchase of something. Gold, silver, stocks. You can invest in many things. I had a customer tell me yesterday that they was investing in wine, and they made a lot of money in the wine market. I don't know nothing about that market, but he was nice enough to share that with me about the wine market. But at the end of the day, guys, tomorrow's not promised, but if you make it to 120, I don't want you struggling. I don't want you to be that old person who grows bitter over the barber industry and doesn't and lost your love for it, and you're dragging your feet. There's nothing worse than somebody losing that love. that you have for something. I don't see it happening to me, but also I'm trying to transition out of the shop after 20 years. The circulation in my feet ain't as good as it used to be, you know? It ain't there, you know? Like the cuts might get better, they might get faster. I'm earning more money than I ever have, but I ain't got it. I ain't got it to retire and just go off into the sunset. I ain't there yet, you know? And it ain't gonna happen by itself. No way, homie. It ain't gonna happen. So I beg you to please start saving for your retirement, especially if you're 19, 20, 30 years old. Don't wait. Do not wait. If you're 17 and you're a barber, don't even think that it's funny and you have time. You have no time. There is no tomorrow. You do that today. Today. Stay home one night out the month just to save money. Sacrifice one night out. One. That's it. You will thank me 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line. Don't play with your future. Do not do that. I stand in front of you as somebody who did that and who made one really, really bad, risky investment, by the way. If I would have took that 40 grand and I would have bought a house or something, that would have been better. I would have had equity or tenants. I would have been a landlord. I made a bad decision, and I don't want you guys to take what I'm saying the wrong way. I want you to chase your dreams, and if you're very what's the word I'm looking for? Ambitious. Take your chance while you're young. I don't regret the mistake I made. I learned from the mistake I made, and I don't want you guys to crawl up in a ball and not try things, but you do it according to your level of risk tolerance. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just Drew Santana, the barber. I love you, brothers. I love you, sisters, and I want you guys out in the sunset, relaxing, enjoying life at the end of your lovely career. Because guess what? These other customers you have that work for the government, they're on a pension, they're on an annuity. Some people have inherited great wealth, multiple buildings. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. You took the hard road in life. And at the end of the road, it's going to be very, very satisfying that you never had to be led. You led yourself. You're outside of the system. You're not a beta. You're either an alpha or a sigma. We're going to get into that in another video. But family, I hope this message hit you, and I want you to send this to anybody that you absolutely love. This is a push to get you to think about your future. All right, it's your boy Drew Santana. Check me out on Rose Gold Culture. That's my brand new channel where I talk about self-development. All right, I'm out.